Hello everyone, I'm Anime Freak and welcome to the video. As many of you may or may not know, Dragon Ball Super is going to be ending on episode 131. Yes, sad to say, but Dragon Ball Super is taking a break. Now some people are saying, oh, Dragon Ball Super is ending, so that means it is, well, just ending. It's not coming back, it's just ending. Now, to be honest, I actually don't think Dragon Ball Super is ending. I actually do believe that they're just taking a break. I mean, there's one or two factors that we've got to address. For example, Bulma's voice actor recently died, and it's going to take a while to try and find a replacement for Bulma's character. And I've also been listening to other YouTubers saying that, oh, they've written themselves into a corner. And to be honest, I actually do believe that they are just taking a break, because if you guys really think about it, there are plenty of factors as to why that Dragon Ball Super will come back. For one, there's the Dragon Ball Super movie, so they're going to get all their best people on this movie, and loads of time and money is going to be put into this movie. Now, let's just say for example that they have written themselves into a corner. I mean, what exactly can they do after the Tournament of Power? Let's just say for example, Dragon Ball Super continued after its long break, or again, they have written themselves into a corner. What exactly can they do to surpass the Tournament of Power? I mean, there are plenty of other characters for Goku to fight against. There's Beerus, there's the Angels, there's the Grand Priest. Obviously, Goku has to have his rematch with Beerus. And I do believe that the fight between Goku and Beerus should be an arc in itself. Because let's just say, for example, that it really is the end of Dragon Ball Super. And they decided, okay, we're going to have Goku versus Beerus in the last 3 episodes. I mean, Beerus had an arc and quite a few episodes where he's fighting against Goku. And for them just to rush it for just having 3 episodes of Goku fighting Beerus and then Goku just automatically win would just be a complete rush. If they really want to make the final battle between Beerus and Goku look good, they need to make it as beautiful as the Battle of Gods movie. So I do believe that they are just going to be taking a break and not have the Goku versus Beerus fight rematch. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know what? There you go. But let's get to the real reason why I made this video. So again, let's just say for example they have written themselves into a corner. What exactly could they do for future arcs? I mean, considering how powerful Jiren is and considering what power boost Toppo's going to be getting, I'm not going to say what sort of power boost Toppo's going to be getting, but let's just say it's going to be a big one. But if some of you who do know what sort of power boost Toppo's going to be getting, I actually believe that this power boost is going to be that of 1/10 of where this power boost originated from. I think most of you know what I'm talking about, but again, I'm not going to give any spoilers. But just to clarify on something, I am going to say what the spoiler is. But if you don't want to listen to it, just skip 20 seconds into this video. The power that Toppo showed in the trailer was actually the power of a god of destruction. And as many of you know, Toppo is the successor to Brahmalt. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. What I'm trying to get at is, after Toppo and Jiren has been defeated, what else can they actually do for Dragon Ball Super if it does come back? Again, I don't know if Goku and Beerus is going to have their rematch before the series ends at 131, but let's just say that Goku and Beerus didn't have their rematch before the series ends, because loads of people want to see Goku versus Beerus. The fans actually want to see Goku actually beat Beerus. And Akira Toriyama did say that he isn't planning on letting Goku beat Beerus anytime soon. So if we don't get that Goku versus Beerus fight in the final episodes, then I am calling it. Dragon Ball Super will be back, or they're going to have a movie about Goku versus Beerus. And also, I've been hearing rumors that he absolutely needed for there to be a second Xeno. Now, I don't know what he's planning on doing with the second Xeno, but I've been hearing that he absolutely, positively needed a second Xeno. But we'll have to wait and see about that. So, let's just say, for example, Dragon Ball Super does come back. What exactly could they do? Well, if they do come back, they obviously have to do Goku versus Beerus, but I doubt they're going to do that anytime soon. And let's not forget that Whis and the other angels are much more stronger than the gods of destruction. And then we've got Xeno's guards, and then we've got Xeno himself, and then we've got ourselves the Grand Priest. Those guys, as we know so far, are the most powerful beings in the multiverses. And as far as we know, Toppo and Jiren are the most powerful mortals that Goku has ever faced. So it's safe to say that the mortals from the 8 universes that took place in the Tournament of Power, there is most likely no other mortals powerful than the ones that took place in the Tournament of Power. But what about the other 4 universes that didn't take part in the tournament? Those guys have a higher mortal level than the 8 that took part in the Tournament of Power. I mean, for all we know, there could be a few mortals in those universes that Goku could go up against. in the next tournament. And let's just say that there is going to be another Tournament of Power. If Dragon Ball Super does return, let's just say that those 4 universes who didn't take part in this Tournament of Power add mortals much more powerful than Jiren and T.O.P. That would be something for Goku to look forward to. But not only that, let's just say that the Grand Prix said, okay, in the next 20 years there's going to be another Tournament of Power and all your best fighters have to train for those next 20 years. Or 8 years. And then, when all the characters have trained for all those years and have gotten much more stronger, there will be the other 4 universes that have also trained, but there will also be mortals that are much more stronger than Jiren. Now, I'm not saying that there is characters that are much more powerful than Jiren in those 4 universes, but it is an idea for Akira Toriyama to play with. And it's not just this idea. I've also got a few other ideas. Like, for example, what if Whis said that he wants to have Frieza as the next God of Destruction? Now, I know a lot of people out there are going to say, wait a sec, Anime Freak, you can't have Frieza as a God of Destruction. Frieza's evil. And I doubt that would happen. Well, to be honest, it's actually not really a far-fetched idea than what everyone else thinks. Because if you really think about it, Whis did ask Vegeta to become the next God of Destruction, and Belmont as T.O.P to be his successor. I mean, if you guys really think about it, it does make a lot of sense for Frieza to actually be perfect for the job. Don't get me wrong, Frieza is an evil bastard, but he is very organized on what he does. And he was the emperor of 70% of the universe. So let's just say, for example, Frieza did accept to be Beerus' successor. Not only is Frieza powerful now, but if he was to get the power of a God of Destruction and Whis was training him, not only would it be a challenge for Goku, but Goku would also have another rival. And also, let's not forget, the angels are much more powerful than any other mortal in the universe. So Beerus and Whis will keep Frieza under control. And let's not forget, Frieza did say to Goku when they had that match before the Tournament of Power, that's not over between them, and Goku said, I know. I mean, this is a possibility, but I'm not saying that it will happen, because at the end of Z, even though Whis did ask Vegeta to become the next God of Destruction, Vegeta is still on Earth, so somebody else might have taken Beerus' position, so it actually might be Frieza. I'm not saying that it's going to be a arc where Frieza becomes a God of Destruction, but instead, he could be like Beerus, where he's constantly through the series. Now, I highly doubt that Goku and Frieza will ever be friends, but I actually think that it would be a good thing if Frieza was kept around for a little bit longer. And this would also give Goku more motivation to get more powerful, because obviously Frieza would be the next God of Destruction. Frieza is everybody's favourite villain, so I actually think it's a good idea that he should stick around a little bit longer. Let Frieza be the next God of Destruction of Universe 7. Okay, so far we have Beerus for Goku to overcome. We have another Tournament of Power with all the universes this time, and given time for preparation, including the universes that didn't take part in this Tournament of Power. The universes that didn't take part in the Tournament of Power might have mortals that is more powerful than Jiren and T.O.P. And then there's Frieza that could be a candidate for the next God of Destruction for Universe 7. So Goku's rivalry with Frieza will continue, so Frieza might actually get a power boost with the title of God of Destruction. So we have 4 ideas of what they can do with Dragon Ball Super, but guess what? I still got more. Another thing they can do is explain why that Zeno wants to destroy the universes. Okay, let's just say for example, Goku said, okay, I wish for all the universes that Zeno destroyed to be restored. But when Goku did that, something else entirely came out of those universes. Like there was an actual reason as to why the universe's mortal level had to be over a certain number. And if they was under that certain number, they had to be destroyed. Because if they didn't, something very, very terrible would happen. Like something very, very powerful, something completely unstoppable would come out of those universes. I'm not really sure what, but it's also an idea for Akira Toriyama to actually use. Like, there was a reason for Zeno erasing the universes like he did. So, that's idea 5. Idea 6 is time travel. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, but Anime Freak, we've already done time travel with Trunks. Yes, I know that, but guys, just hear me out for a sec. Now, many of you know that time travel is forbidden. Not mortals or gods can mess with time travel. But here's the thing, why is that? Why is it that mortals can't go back and forth in time? And yes, I know it's a law, but just hear me out on this. Okay, I haven't played the game where Trunks is a time ranger or whatever the hell he is, but he's also working for the Supreme Kai of time in the games. Again, I haven't played the games, but I have seen trailers and clips of what happens in the games. Now, I'm not saying that they should adapt the games into anime form, but I will admit I would watch that if they did. And I'm going to assume that the games is revolved around Trunks, that he's the hero. Well, actually, it's the story in the games, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, let's just say that Trunks actually came back into Dragon Ball Super, but this time he's actually working for the Supreme Kai of Time. And the reason why the Supreme Kai of Time chose Trunks to be her assistant is because that Trunks, in the time that he went to, was causing some sort of anomaly, and he and Mai couldn't live in that time anymore because of the anomaly that he was causing. So instead, he and Mai goes to live with the Supreme Kai as his assistant. Now remember guys, this is just an idea, but just hear me out. I'm going to get to how this evolves around Goku. Let's just say, after all the adventures that Trunks has done with the Supreme Kai of Time in the games, he goes to Goku for help again because some villain is so powerful that he can manipulate time. Or hell, I mean, Trunks could easily go to Goku, to visit him and say, oh, there was this like really big bad guy in the past, but he was defeated by somebody and he was even more powerful than the gods, and then Goku wants to go and see this guy and fight him. Or you could go into the future to see if there's anybody even more powerful than Goku himself and challenge him to a fight. Or like I said, a villain that was so powerful that he had to be sealed within the time stream. I mean, they can do so much with the Supreme Kai of Time, and Trunks being a time patroller. There is so much you can do with something like this. They can link the game and the anime series together. I mean, that would be awesome. There are so many possibilities with this. And so, on to my next idea. My next idea is a villain that has all the abilities of other fighters, something like Cell. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, wait a second, Anime Freak, we can't have something like that. Cell's already been done. If somebody created something like that, then it would be ripping off Cell. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a character that has all the abilities of every single mortal that has ever lived, like regeneration from the Nameks, the Zenkai from the Saiyans, whatever race it is. I mean, literally every single mortal's abilities, techniques, etc, etc. What if all these techniques came from one source? Like, for example, you have the creator of all the universes, like, the creators of the angels, the creators of the gods of destruction. Instead of being like someone like Cell, all these abilities and techniques could all belong to the creator of absolutely everything. Not Xeno, but maybe someone above Xeno. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, let's bring back Cell, because here's the thing, to have Cell come back would not make any sense, and it wouldn't have any relevance to the story. I mean, yeah, sure, we could have like, Golden Cell or Super Saiyan Blue Cell, but the problem is, we have someone like Beerus to actually take care of Cell if he did come back. So instead of having Cell come back, we could actually have someone who actually has all those abilities and techniques already. Mortals from every single planet, from every single universe that has ever lived and existed. And that character could be Zorama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls. And if Zorama is the creator of the Dragon Balls, this means he's an all-powerful being that can literally do everything and anything. Because remember, the Dragon Balls are as powerful as its creator. So I'm going to say someone like Zorama could fit the bill perfectly of what we're looking for. Not another Cell, but someone like Zorama that has every single ability and technique and much more. He can regenerate, he's everywhere, and he can do whatever the hell he wants. And that includes having every single ability that we've ever seen and more. And also, I'm going to assume that Zorama is higher than Xeno. Xeno is extremely powerful. Well, he's not exactly a fighter, but he can erase absolutely anything and everything. So yeah, I'm going to assume that Zorama is Xeno's superior. So that's one idea. Another idea is Goku versus the gods of destruction and the angels. Because, hear me on this, let's just say for example, after the Tournament of Power, Beerus decided to take his training more seriously and want to become stronger. Considering how much more powerful Goku is, like the Kaioken and Ultra Instinct. Because from what I've seen, Beerus looks worried how much more powerful Goku has gotten. And Beerus has been saying that he's been looking for a rival to fight against. And so, Beerus decides to train himself to get much more stronger, much more powerful than the other gods of destruction. So again, let's just say for example, Goku has defeated all the mortals in all of the universes. The only fighters worthy of fighting him is the gods. So let's just say for example, Goku challenged the gods of destruction, and Beerus was the last god of destruction that he has to face against. So let's just say, for example, Goku defeated all of the gods of destruction, including Beerus. Who would be next on the ladder? The next who would be on the ladder is the angels. It has been said that the angels are more powerful than their gods of destruction. However, what about if they did this? What if the angels and the gods of destruction decided to fuse with the Potara earrings? Now, to some of you who may or may not know, I saw a picture of a character that looked very similar to Beerus, and it looked like he was a fusion between Beerus and Whis. Well, actually, I think it was, but bear with me. Now, let's just say, for example, all of the angels and all of the gods of destruction fused with their gods and angels, like Beerus with Whis and Vados with Champa, and etc. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Not only will this be a powerful fusion between the two, but the multiplier would be 10 times of that. Vados even said that Kale and Cauliflower's fusion is 10 times of that than in their original forms. So let's just say Goku defeated the angels and the gods of destruction, but can he defeat a fusion between the two? I call it the angel god of destruction. If you guys saw that image of Beerus and Whis fusing, well, the fusion of what they can make. So you've got the gods of destruction, you've got the angels, and the fusion between the two. I would love to see Goku go up against the gods of destruction. That would be awesome. And the angels and the fusion between them. Another idea is the McCoys. Now, many of you know who Deborah is from the Buu saga, right? He was supposedly the demon king of his realm. He was supposed to be the strongest demon to have ever lived. And I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, where's the anime freak? If that's the case, then why bring in the McCoy Shin? Well, I've seen clips of the game of Xenoverse. I haven't played the game, but I have seen characters that are supposed to be demons from the McCoy Shin world. Again, I don't know what the demon realm's all about, or what's there, or who's there. All I do know that there are demons there, and they're very powerful, and it's an idea to play with. Again, I haven't played the games of Xenoverse, but we can explore them if it was put into the anime. Now, my third to last idea is fighting the Grand Priest. Yeah, that's the idea. Goku faces off against the Grand Priest. So, on to my second to last idea. Okay, this is very, very complicated, so keep it with me. Goku and his friends going into other dimensions. Now, I'm not talking about the old days where they would say, "You will go in the next dimension," instead of saying, "See you in hell, Kui." Because remember, even though Dragon Ball Z was violent, they had to keep religious stuff out of cartoons back in those days. Remember Home for Infinite Losers? Now, when I talk about dimensions, I'm talking about other worlds. And I'm not talking about going to other universes or going to different planets. Going into another dimension could mean a lot of things. And I mean a lot of things. But the reason I bring up this is because in Dragon Ball Z, Majin Buu and Gotenks, just through shouting, ripped holes into other dimensions. And also, when he was fighting against Vegito, Buuhan was screaming so loud that Dende said that if he continued this, all the dimensions would collapse on each other. And that's where I got this idea from. They should definitely use that. I mean, Goku's been all the way around the world, he's been into outer space, he's met gods, and he's also met mortals from other universes. So why not use that idea? Meet other characters from other dimensions. And I'm going to explain this. Other dimensions could be an infinite amount of things. It could be a world where everyone in that dimension are all humanoid animals. I actually think that would be a furry's wet dream. Or it could be a dimension where it's a place where Goku exists. But let's just say, for example, that Goku made the opposite decision of what he decided in his world. So, for example, let's just say, for example, he goes, what should I have? Bacon or sausage? Bacon or sausage? And our Goku said, okay, I'm going to have sausage. But the other dimension Goku says, I'm going to have bacon. Now, let's have a look at our Goku. Let's have a look at his decision saying that, oh, should I spare Frieza or should I just leave him? In that dimension, Goku decides to leave Frieza instead of giving him any energy. Or it could be a dimension where Goku is evil. And yes, I know we've had Goku Black, but just hear me on this. What if all the opponents that Goku in the other dimension was facing was actually the good guys and Goku was the bad guy? King Piccolo, Raditz, Nappa, Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, all the bad guys that we know were actually good guys in that dimension. Or it doesn't have to be a dimension revolved around Goku, but it could be completely different. Again, there are all sorts of different dimensions. Dimensions of different times, dimensions where humans aren't the dominant species, dimensions with different times. Not so much time travel, but a dimension where time is either faster or slower. Hell, there could even be a dimension where science reigns supreme, or there could be a dimension where magic reigns supreme. Have you guys ever saw that episode of Family Guy where Stewie and Brian went through other dimensions trying to get back home? Something similar to that. Or if you're someone like me who used to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there was a dimension called Dimension X where Krang used to live, and there was this dimension where the samurai rabbit lives. I honestly think that they should use this idea. They should use dimensions for Dragon Ball Super if it comes back. Hell, they could even go into the dimension of One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, and maybe even to a dimension where Superman lives. I mean, again, the endless possibilities you could use with this. And last and simply not least, Goku fighting himself. Okay, let's just say for example, Goku has literally beaten everybody. Beerus, the gods, the angels, Zeno, the Grand Priest, and all the ideas that I just given you in this video. Who else is there for Goku to defeat? And it hit me. Goku versus himself. Now I'm not talking about Goku Black or some shit like that. Do you guys remember in the first fight of Screw Attack's Goku vs Superman? Do you guys remember when Screw Attack said, Goku doesn't fight to defeat others, he fights to defeat himself? And to be honest, that's a really, really good idea. I mean, it's perfect. Who's a genius when it comes to fighting? Goku. Who's as powerful as Goku? Goku. Who would be faster than Goku? Goku. Let's just say Goku literally has beaten everybody, and somebody like the Grand Priest or Zorama made an exact copy of Goku. The way he thinks, his power, his speed, his abilities, everything. And Goku has to figure out a way how to beat himself. That would be the ultimate test. Goku has to literally outsmart himself, be faster than himself, much more powerful than himself, and to be honest, I actually think that this is a very, very good idea. The greatest fight that Goku can ever do with himself is to defeat himself. And you know what? I honestly hope that they actually do this. Goku should square off against himself. Not an evil version, not someone who's taken his body, but Goku himself. Goku at his full capacity, facing himself in a one-on-one match, going all out with no disturbances. That would be the ultimate fight Goku has ever done. But that's only if he defeats literally everybody in the franchise. And you know what? I really hope that this happens. If Goku can defeat himself, he can defeat anybody. Okay guys, as I was recording this, two new ideas came to mind, and one was Dragon Ball Fighters with Android 21. Okay, I haven't actually played the game yet, but I have seen the long 4-hour movie on YouTube, but it was only for 20 minutes. But just hear me on this. What if they took the story from Dragon Ball Fighters and made it into an anime? I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, for only 20 minutes of watching the story mode, it doesn't seem too bad. And when I was looking it up on Wikipedia, apparently Dragon Ball Fighters actually takes place after Universe 6 and before Future Trunks comes back. I mean, it doesn't have to be a canon arc. I mean, it could be a filler arc. I mean, I'm alright with it being a filler. I'm gonna have to watch the rest of the video to see what happens in those stories. But from what I've saw from the trailers and the clips and just watching 20 minutes of that video and looking at other people's comments saying Dragon Ball Fighters is pretty good, and also Android 21 is a MILF. I mean, I don't usually like fillers, but if they did it right, they could actually make a good anime adaptation of the game. So that's one idea. And again, and last and simply not least, the Toribot. To those of you who don't know who the Toribot is, the Toribot is supposed to be a representation of Akira Toriyama, like the Toribot's supposed to be his avatar. And some of you are thinking, wait a sec, Anime Freak, why are you bringing the Toribot into this? Okay guys, just hear me out, and I think you actually might like this idea. It's been hinted that the Toribot is actually the god of the Dragon Ball universe. That he's the one who created everything in the Dragon Ball universe. Okay, let me give you guys another example. Okay, you've got yourself the Marvel universe, and then you've got yourself the DC universe. Okay, I'm not an expert on either franchise, but I have done a little bit of research, and Marvel's most powerful being is the one above all, and DC's most powerful being is the Presence. It's been said that the one above all is supposed to represent the creator of Marvel. I'm not sure about the Presence, but he is supposedly the most powerful being in the universe, and he also created everything. Now, the Presence as the Spectre, the one above all as Living Tribunal. So what if Zorama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, was the second to last most powerful being in the universe, and the Toribot was Zoroma's boss. And again, the Toribot is supposed to represent Akira Toriyama. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you get what I'm trying to say. Goku should meet the Toribot, the creator of the Dragon Ball universe. And those are my ideas for what Dragon Ball Super can do if it comes back. Well, technically they're not ideas, but more of a prediction of what they might do. Because here's the thing, I've been hearing rumours that Toei Animation has written themselves into a corner. Now, I don't know if that's true, but Dragon Ball is still a very popular franchise and it will be back, I guarantee it. These are my ideas of what Super might do if it comes back. But what about you guys? What do you guys think that they might do if Super comes back? Now, we've had loads of people predicting what will happen in the next episode. So I want to know what you guys think what will happen if Dragon Ball Super comes back. Make a video about it or leave it in the comment section below so I can read it. And if it's a good idea, I will pin it at the top. I'm Anime Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, BitChute, aka the new YouTube, DeviantArt, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.